Hello and welcome to Video Revealed. I'm Colin Smith, and this is all about controlling Mogrt madness. What's a Mogrt? Well, if you're dealing with Mogrts, then you know that they can be maddening to organize. Mogrts is short for Motion Graphics Template. These are the titles, the new titles in all of the Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects world. When you're sharing these animated titles, they're called Mogrts. And when you import them in Premiere Pro, Adobe calls them Premiere Graphics. But we're just going to call them Mogrts the whole time. And it's all about organizing them. And how we can control what we see, because I see this from people who start to accumulate lots and lots of titles or Mogrts, is trying to control them is very difficult. And sometimes you can't even delete them and you have no idea why. I got all your answers. Let's go have a look. So in the graphics workspace up at the top, it opens up the Essential Graphics panel, and you'll see, depending on how many you have, you might have a giant list of stuff. It's completely unmanageable. There's no way I'm going to manage that. And Adobe thinks that you're going to go and write keywords and sort by that. And even with the keywords, how do you sort by that? You got to search and star things. You know what? Folders have existed since the freaking beginning of computers. You know what I like to use? Folders. I control them, I name them, and I turn them on and off. That's the way I like to work. If you like this madness, then fine. I don't. But before we go and make folders, if you don't control the default stuff that we're seeing in here, then adding folders doesn't really alleviate the problem. What would you say if I told you I can make this list completely disappear? Okay. Let's go have a look at the location of these files. So I've got two windows open here. This is where the files are, and this is where I'm going to move them. I'll put a link in the description of where these are on Mac and Windows, but they're deep inside. On Windows, they're in the AppData folder, and the AppData folder is actually hidden, so you have to show hidden and then go to roaming Adobe Common. And on the Mac, it's in your username library, application support, Adobe Creative Cloud Libraries, Libs. Whew. And you'll see a bunch of default things. That's what these are here. Adobe installs these automatically. And then these are the ones I've accumulated by downloading them or making them or just creating them. And they all end up inside here. And there's a ton of these, plus all the stuff from my libraries, which we'll get to in a second. Here's the surprising thing. If you take everything in this folder and you delete it, the next time you start Premiere Pro, this will be repopulated with the default stuff. That's just the way Adobe works. And they do it for a pretty good reason for most people. They may accidentally deleted stuff. Where's all my default stuff? You just start Premiere Pro and this gets filled up. Okay. For me, I don't want that. So if you have a look down at the bottom of the list, well, I'm sorting by type. So this is at the bottom of the list. There's 3 text files here. And if I open the Premiere Pro one, it's called PR Mogrt Install. And down here at the bottom, it says, delete this file to reinstall the default motion graphics templates. And that's the same for After Effects too. It'll install all of these After Effects ones in the top. So what if I move everything except those? Let's try that. So I'll select everything but the text files. And I'm going to move that over to another folder I have. And if you watch Premiere Pro, it's going to update. So watch this. I'll go to my local templates folder. Give it a moment. Okay. So sometimes it doesn't update. I had to restart Premiere Pro, but now you can see the local templates folder is completely empty. If I turn that off, what you're looking at here are libraries. I'll get to that in a second. And here's one of the problems with libraries. You can't delete them. You can delete local items, but not stuff from libraries. And there's really no way to even see where the heck it is. You'd think info would tell you where this is. Well, This is in your libraries folder. Okay, we've cleaned up the local templates folder. We haven't added our own personal folders yet because I want to have a look at these libraries and show you how you can organize and delete these. In your Creative Cloud desktop application, in the Your Work section of the top, you'll see your libraries, and this is where all of the libraries are. So if I want to search for that 2 blue lower third, then I'll search for 2. And there it is right there. So that's in my Mogrts folder, which I created in my libraries. So your libraries are something you create either locally. You can do these in Premiere Pro. I've got a whole tutorial about working with libraries, and they're really useful. They're great. The best reason for using libraries is if you're sharing this data on multiple machines. When I log into my editing station, I go to these. I've got my VideoRevealed library, and if I go to my motion graphics templates, there's all my motion graphics templates titles that I use for my show. Even though I might create them on this machine, I'll stick them in the library. I go to my editing machine and they're there back and forth. So they're great for that. But if you don't need to share them, if you just have one system, then just having local folders is a better way to work. But if I wanted to delete that particular file, then I would, wherever the heck that one was, 2 blue, I would right click on that and delete it from here, and it would disappear from there. Let's just try that. I don't think I need that one. Delete, it's deleted. Is it going to disappear from here? Maybe I got to wait for it to, there we go, it's gone. So the Essential Graphics panel is kind of like the media browser. It's not like the project panel. The project panel never updates. It's only what's in there. But the media browser does update while you change things on your hard drive. The Essential Graphics, as I just showed you, does. And earlier, it should have updated remember when I removed everything? In all my early tests, it just updated. And of course, as soon as I start recording a demo, whatever I tried that worked before doesn't work now. But that local templates folder is gone. Okay, so all of the libraries are here. So if I want to, I can get to my libraries right from here. Okay, that's good, great. But I want to talk more about creating local folders that you create. So let's imagine you just got a collection of stuff like VideoRevealed tickers, and you wanted to add them into here. Don't drag them into here, because you can do that. You can just drag them right in the Essential Graphics, and now they're peppered throughout here and hard to find. Instead, put them in a safe location and then point to that location. Let's do that now. In the Essential Graphics, the little menu at the top, you click and choose Manage Additional Folders. Click the Add button, and I'll pick my tickers. Once I'm at that folder, I'll select the folder. It shows up. Now watch over here. Notice how it says Local Templates Folder with a checkbox. Give it a second. It's reading the new path location, and that will change to local. So it's just local now. When I click on it, instead of all, I'll choose my tickers, and that's the tickers. Let me add another one with fewer things in it. Manage additional folders, add. Let's go to the grunge title. Select that folder. Click OK. It's not there yet. Give it a moment to update. There it is. And the thing about this is it's not a one selection drop down. It actually keeps adding to this. So if I don't want to look at my tickers, I have to take that checkbox off. Now I'm just looking at my grunge title, and there's my grunge title. This is an example of the kind of thing that I stuck on my member section. So once you have a paying account, you can find stuff like this. So here's a little grunge title that you can add and make it my title, and it's your little grunge title. Plays back. Very cool. So now when you go to Essential Graphics, you can just see your local stuff. So you can use the libraries or just keep it on local and choose the stuff you want in here. It's just a different way to organize things where you're not dealing with putting it in libraries. Because do you want to see where the libraries are? I shouldn't show you this, should I? Okay, I'll show you. They're deep inside, again, in AppData. So on the Mac, it's in the library, roaming, libraries, libs, and then you now have all of these I mean, you're not supposed to go in here and look at these libraries. They are just an absolute... Adobe never made managing libraries through the desktop, through a folder on the desktop, usable. So they didn't want you to do it this way. They want you to use the Creative Cloud application, or even worse, a browser. I hate managing files in a browser. I like managing them locally. So I was all over libraries. Again, for sharing, it's great. But since I can manage my folders and pick whatever folders I want to add to Essential Graphics, that's the way that I've been organizing things on a single machine. It's just so much easier to jump to it because now I know where it is. And I didn't have to add keywords or star things or do any of that crap. I've got my stuff organized on my computer. I want the Essential Graphics to use all the painstaking work that I've already done to organize this stuff. Come on, Essential Graphics. Let me do it my way. And leave those text files in the motion graphics, local motion graphics template folder. Leave them there all the time, because if you delete them the next time you launch, the old ones will come back and then they'll be populated in your Essential Graphics panel, which I don't like, and maybe you don't like, because you want to control Mogrt madness like me. Hey, if you're new to Video Revealed and you found this informative, take a moment and subscribe. You want to support us some more? You can go on the Video Revealed shop and support us there. Donate once, monthly, anytime. Get into the member section. There's a bunch of free stuff there. There's a bunch of stuff that you can buy and use that and drop it in and organize it any way you want inside Premiere Pro. Till next time, I'm Colin Smith, and it's my job to help you take advantage of the organization that hopefully you are already doing in your files on your own.